What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? This is Renebean, and welcome back. For those of you who've been following my Life of a Gamer vlog series, you know that I had to take a week off, but we're back now. We got us a full episode, and for those of you who do not know, this is a series where we take a look at all the stuff that I have found through yard sales, garage sales, flea markets. I go to thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, and I use apps like Lego, OfferUp, Craigslist, Facebook, whatever I can use to get my hands on awesome games at excellent prices. Make sure you stick through to the end of the video, because not only do I go over everything on a one-on-one level as well as anything you did not see on camera, but I also announced the winner to the weekly contest giveaway. If you want to be entered, the rules are super simple. Obviously, be subscribed to this awesome channel, leave a like and a comment down below, hopefully something positive. If you want a little extra credit, share this video so other people can see these really awesome finds. Links to everything is in the description below. Instagram, eBay store, I always give my subscribers good deals. Twitch channel, if you ever want to hear me bitch at a video game, that's the place to do it. And P.O. Box information, because there's crazy people in this world that like to just go out of their way and send me stuff. You don't have to, I'm not asking for it, but I'm honored that you do. So the option is there. But people, I'm super excited. I hope you are too. We got a whole bunch of stuff to go through. So sit back and relax. Let's shekel up. Welcome back, everybody. I am super glad to have you. Hopefully you are excited to be here. I may sound a little bit weird to you. I've got some serious sickness going on right now. Miss Renebean decided to hook me up with some jungle funk, so it's got me sounding a little bit off. But we'll get through it. We'll be all right. So anyways, I took the whole week off. A lot of you who follow my Life of a Gamer vlog series know that. And so while I was off this week, Miss Renebean decided to take the glasses and get out there and get Shekeling. So here she is for the first handful of sales that you see are all Miss Renebean. And she found some really awesome stuff. For whatever reason, most games that she has found this week have all just been $2. Now, she says the people would want 3, and of course she's going to shekel down to 2. But then that's a pretty average price that I am definitely comfortable paying when it comes to yard sales or flea markets or wherever. $2 to $3 per game is, right up my alley. And hell, we all like to pay them dollar prices, but they're not always out there, so $2 to $3, you can't hate, prices like that. It's when you get into that $5 and up range that, you kind of get a little ticked off, but it's what it is. That's why you got to work them haggling skills. So she picks up Sonic Heroes for the original Xbox. It's getting harder for her to figure out what I have, for any of my systems, obviously, because, my collection, for as big as it is, it's hard to keep up with. Hell, it's hard for me to keep up with. But she does a pretty good job of finding stuff that I do not have. I did have Sonic Heroes, but the pinball game, surprisingly, I did not have. So here's Miss Renebean again getting her best find for the week. This entire box set her back $20 whole. It was an amazing steal. Right away you can see 2 copies of Crash Bandicoot. One was missing the manual, but that is just fine. And then she ends up getting 2 copies of Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. One was just in a black case, but one was complete. This was an excellent pickup. Not to mention there was a PlayStation 2 in the box with 2 controllers and all the hookups. So for $20 for all this, that was an amazing steal. And she said that she got to this sale right on time because Hello Friend was approaching the table right as she was, and apparently Hello Friend knew her. But luckily she got she got in there first, and she was able to get all this awesome stuff. So $20 for all that, that was absolutely awesome right there. And you find sometimes that you will find doubles of a certain game, and there could be reasonable explanations for it, such as maybe one disc doesn't work, or maybe there were siblings and one had a PlayStation and the other had a PlayStation 2. They both had a copy of the same game. You do find that situation, a lot of times, and I tested both of these and they both work, so maybe it was that situation after all. I'm starting to feel like it is a lottery each time you find one of these consoles in the wild, because what I love doing now is turning the console on and opening the tray or opening the lid and just You know, you never know what's going to be inside. You might get lucky and open up a GameCube and find Super Smash Brothers, or I would really love to open up a PlayStation 2 and find like Haunting Ground or Ruler Rose or just something absolutely incredible like that. If you found anything like that before, let me know. I would be eager to hear the story behind that one. I believe my best finds were like River City Ransom inside of an NES, or, you know, the Smash Brothers in a GameCube, but I'm sure people's gotten some really awesome scores. Here's Miss Renebean walking up on a yard sale that just looks clearly picked through. Like anytime I see one of them lonesome NES games, it's like a sports title or, you know, like for this example, pinball. It just screams picked through. But she does manage to find something that is absolutely awesome that I am super excited about. Now, she does end up picking that NES game up, Pinball, for $2. It's not a terrible deal, but it's not nothing, you know, worth anything. But I will bundle it with a system later or auction it off in a lot. She typically, you know, has a lot of really good buys, and, you know, every now and then there's some questionable ones. But this pickup right here that you're about to see is absolutely awesome. I have never before seen this thing in the wild. I didn't even know what the hell it was. It was this Grand Theft Auto The Introduction DVD. She got it for $2. She knows I am a huge fan of GTA San Andreas, and that's just absolutely awesome. I was super happy when she brought that home, you know, to add that to the collection. Very awesome. Here's Miss Ringmean again going up to another yard sale, and you see right away she comes to a stack of games. You see those beautiful white cases. You already know that it's Wii, and she comes across a few good titles here. Now, I will say there is no better time than now to collect for the Wii and the Wii U, and, you know, just anything modern, just because the prices is usually so cheap to find these things out in the wild. Now, of course, you're going to have heavy hitter titles on any system, no matter what it is, but, you know, when it comes to the Wii console, people typically give those games away for the most part. Now, of course, your high-end titles, your Zeldas, your Marios, all that, you know, it's going to demand a lot more. But, you know, when it comes to just your average shovelware title for the Wii, you can usually get them dirt cheap. And one thing that I have found out collecting as many shovelware, bloatware style games for the Wii is there's actually a lot of hidden gems on that system that people have just simply overlooked. Now, obviously, when that console came out, you know, all these developers wanted to get in on that action because the Wii was so successful that they just wanted to push, you know, as many games out as they could. But some of them actually took the time, and they were really damn good games. Now you see Miss Ringmean here checking every case, and she comes across another copy of Wii Sports. And like I say in all my videos, because it seems like every video I always find one or two copies of that or Wii Sports Resort, but always pick them up. They're usually always overlooked, and you can always sell them somewhere between 10 and 15. The price on those games always fluctuates, but it's always worth picking up. Like I said, it's overlooked, and people just simply don't want them for the most part because they think it's just a random sports title. Alright, so here is my first pickup, and you will see we are at a yard sale on this one, more like a garage sale, and this was an old lady's sale too. You know, she was just there with her rocker and her mason jar full of tea, and I spot this driving wheel over here, and I thought to myself, well, there's probably other gaming related stuff near it, and there was, and, you know, always check that out. And you see right in the corner of my eye, I spot this PlayStation 2 here on the ground. Which surprised me, but like I said, I always look around. When I seen things like the speaker box and the racing wheel, you know, I had to figure she had a grandson or something. But I come across this PlayStation 2, and I picked this up for $6, and it had the Guitar Hero dongle. You'd be surprised. Some of those dongles can actually fetch a pretty penny because, you know, that's one of the things that are always lost when it comes to those Guitar Hero bundles. Now, it was missing the AV cord and the controllers, but I keep those in bulk. So for $6, this was an absolute excellent pickup right here. So here I am Friday at the flea market, and you've seen this guy here before. He's in a lot of my pickup videos. He is awesome. Became a pretty good buddy of mine. I always like sitting here talking with him and just, you know, shooting the shit. He's a funny dude, and you see I come across this PlayStation 2 and these aftermarket original Xbox controllers. Now, one thing to keep in mind, when it comes to aftermarket controllers, typically they're not worth that much, but when it comes to wireless aftermarket controllers, they can fetch a pretty good penny, but only if they have the receiver, you know, or the dongle, whatever you want to call it, because it's worthless otherwise for the most part. You know, it's just like the Wavebird for the GameCube. The controller itself is not worth much at all, but the receiver can fetch a pretty penny. Now, one thing to note about that PlayStation 2 is the internet adapter that's on the back. It's that big black box that's screwed in. You don't normally see that. Anytime you find a PlayStation 2 out in the wild, they typically never have that. They're pretty sought after for the most part, and you can usually sell them somewhere between 10 and 15 bucks, sometimes more depending on the market. So that definitely played a part in what I picked all this up for. Now, I thought I hit the jackpot on this one. He just had this random Pokemon Coliseum out, but as you can see, it had the wrong game there. Had Prince of Persia Warrior Within, which ain't a bad game. But I ended up getting this case for free. The way I figured is I could either sell the case for a few bucks or I can just hold on to it in case I ever find the game loose. The PlayStation 3 would have been a decent deal. He only wanted 60, he probably would have took 40, but I didn't want to get involved. So I picked up the PlayStation 2, the two original Xbox controllers with the receivers, and he gave me that, case, that Pokemon case basically for free, and I paid $20 for all that. It was an awesome pickup right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. I thought my setting on my pivot head Durango glasses for filming at night was on. It's not. I remember turning it off to save battery life. That's why you always hear me narrate these videos, because I try to get as much battery life as possible, because after the flea markets I'm hitting up multiple yard sales and I got to make sure that these glasses are on so you guys can see this awesome footage. And it's dark because if you want to get those awesome deals, you need to get your ass up and get that get factor full power and head to the flea market early, because you got to keep in mind there's going to be other people out there just as early looking. If you're one of those people that get to a flea market at 10, 11 o'clock, sure, you may find something here and there, but I guarantee you won't find as many finds as the people who get their ass up early. But anyways, you can see this kid pulls out some awesome games. There was a few that were sealed, like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and that Lego Batman for PlayStation 4. And all these games came out to really about $3 a piece. I would pick one up. I'd say, how much you want? He would say 3. And then I got a deal on some bulk buys. But what would happen is I would buy these games, and then he would pull out more. I would much rather just did a full bundle deal. But he just kept saying, well, I got these games, and I got these games. And he didn't pull them all out at once until I saw where he was pulling them out of. And then, I just waited until he got all of them out. Now you'll see me look left and right, and the reasoning for that is because I got people who are hunters right beside me. I got a reseller to the right and a hunter to the left, but I'm quick with my Shekeler hands. Anything that is a good title, you'll see me quickly grab it. But they were respectful for the most part. They didn't, they didn't try to grab anything out from under. They were letting me look, which is the right thing to do. I've been in many a situations where someone tries to take stuff out of my hands, or they try to butt their way in, and I don't play that shit. You gotta assert your dominance in situations like that, and you just grab, even if it's something that you don't want, you grab it and you put it in your pile until you are done with it, until you decide that you do not want it. You grab it anyways, just to assert that dominance. But I didn't have to do that here. These people were cool. So I was able to kind of freely look and not have to be so aggressive. But you'll still see me look left and right because I'm making sure no one else is pulling up, because there are those types of people at this flea market. And you'll have those types of people that even try to highball a deal, where if you get something for a really great deal, they may come up beside you and say, well, I'll give you more. And that's bullshit. But like I said, I didn't have any of those issues here. And one of the hunters next to me, it was his wife over there looking, and she's really awesome. And she was very nice and polite, and she would ask if I was done with a certain pile of games. And, I'm obviously nice as can be, and I said, of course, and I'll let them look. But if it's someone who's coming over there and they're trying to get in on my deal, I will absolutely be a dick. I will make sure that I am fully in front of that table and no one can get around me. My elbows are out. But the people around me were super awesome, and we're all friendly. So anything that I'm looking at, they're welcome to look at, once I'm done with it, which they respect and they see that's how it is. It would be the same way if I came up on a deal that I see someone's into a big box of games. I will wait until they're done. I'll ask them, are you done with this pile? And if they let me look, that's awesome. If they don't, I can respect that. There's a handful of hunters that frequent this flea market, and they're all, for the most part, very respectful in that aspect. They, are all polite. There are a few that, can be dicks. I've heard stories from others, and it's the greed factor, I think, more than anything. Maybe the jealousy, the saltiness of it. But the ones that I know, the ones that I'm friends with, they're typically pretty damn cool about it. They are more congratulatory than anything. They're very happy if you find something, and that's a good thing about it. If they find something awesome, hell yeah, be happy for them, and show your support, because hell, you might find that you might be getting the next find. I used to feel a long time ago that when someone would find something, and they would tell me about it, because it's like that bragging sort of thing. When I talk to the fellow game hunters at the flea market or if I pass them at a yard sale. They'll tell me what they found. I'll do the same thing. And it's more or less like a very mild brag. And I used to get completely pissed if they found something good, but now I'm just like, you know what? That's awesome. I'm just happy this stuff is still being found. So make sure you support fellow game hunters. So I was tipped off by the vendor in front of them that their friends setting up over here had video games. I've never seen them before. You know, I asked them, and they were a little reluctant at first to pull anything out just because they were doing other things, and that does happen. You know, when people pull up to a flea market, because you can tell it's early and they're setting up, people usually hound them for the most part. They're asking them all sorts of questions, but I was super kind and courteous, and he was able to pull some stuff out. But there's some resellers that will go up to these people pulling up, and before they can even park their vehicle, they got flashlights shining in their cars, asking them 1,000 questions. I will not go that far, but when I see that they're out of their vehicle, I will definitely ask them, hey, you got any video games that you're selling? And sometimes I get lucky. Now, I did start to get discouraged whenever he told me he wanted $40 for the Sega Genesis with a few games, but I didn't let that stop me. I'm still going to look through. He had some Game Gear games here. I'm definitely going to check those out, because even when someone wants a high price for something, doesn't mean you can't get something else for a lower price. So always look. Don't be discouraged and just walk away. You know, check it out. You may find that you get a good deal. And while looking through the Game Gear games, I come across Streets of Rage 2, one I did not have, and I got it for $5, which was a pretty damn good deal. Not an amazing deal, but it was a deal that I was willing to pay, because that's a game that is awesome and one that I did not have for the Game Gear, which is hard to find any I don't have. Now, I double back to the vendor that tipped me off to them, and he had this really awesome Super Mario backpack. I'm not one for backpacks. I'm getting this just for, you know, the collector aspect of it. It's very awesome, very minty. I'm not the type of person to wear a backpack to the flea market. If there's something that I can't carry, I'll just take it back to the truck and continue shopping. But I ended up getting this thing for $10, which I almost passed on, but he threw in a copy of The Lion King for the Sega Genesis, so that will offset the cost. I can sell that game somewhere between $8 and $10, and this backpack maybe really only cost me about $3, which was an excellent deal. This wasn't the craziest pickup, but I do get Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story for $8. I picked it up for two reasons. One, it's an upgrade because the thing was in excellent condition. And two, after I sell it, I'll make somewhere between $5 and $8 profit, which is good because that's money I'm putting back into my collection. Don't avoid the $5 to $10 profit games. Those add up, and that's how you put money back in your collection and build that collection. You got to put the time and effort in to do so. So you've seen this guy in previous pickups, and I come across these two PSP games that I did not have. The reason that I stopped and picked these up is because he stopped me while I was out looking around, and he said, hey buddy, I'll do you half price today on the video games because I know you're always looking. And I just thought that was an extremely awesome gesture. It may not have came had I not always been, you know, friendly and polite to this guy, so I just thought it was really cool of him, so I definitely stopped by and picked up these two titles for the PSP. They were marked $5 each. I got them both for $5, a little bit more than I wanted to pay for them, but at the same time, I'm showing my appreciation, you know, for helping me out. I thought that was really cool of them. Here is Miss Renebean's last pickup for the week, and this was a good one as well. She comes across a bin that's stacked full of DVDs. Like I always tell you, always check them out because games can be mixed in. And you see she pulls out some really solid, awesome original Xbox titles, and they had the amazing price stickers on there of $1 a piece. Those are excellent deals. So she was able to grab me a game that I did not have, and also a lot of these games were upgrades for me, and you cannot hate that. Anytime you can improve your collection, it's always a good thing. So to pick these games up for $1 a piece, she did absolutely excellent. So make sure, people, that you leave a like, especially for Miss Renebean here, because she had some really awesome scores this video. Because like I said, half the video was all her anyways because I took that week off. So she did absolutely awesome. I could not have a better wife when it comes to game hunting. So here I am at this yard sale, and I'm only like 5 minutes early, and I can kind of tell that they're a little bit ticked off. It said that it started at 7:30, and I'm there like literally at 7:23. That is not too damn early. Come on now, people. So anyways, you can kind of see them giving me the cold shoulder, but that's okay because I'm there. I still got the smile on my face. You know, I want to be polite, kind, and courteous, just like always, because that way I can turn the situation into a good one. Hopefully get a good deal out of all this. Don't go into a yard sale in any situation acting like you own the place, you're a dick, and you're only there to make money. So I asked them if they had some games, and she was very nice and pointed over here to this box of Wii stuff. Now, unfortunately, there was no game in here that I needed. I had every single one of them, but I do come across Mario Kart for the Wii, which is often found with any Wii bundle, and it's always a good one to pick up because it's going to sell somewhere between 20, 22 bucks, depending on how the market goes with that game, because it always fluctuates. I almost bundled it with the racing wheel there. It was an official Nintendo one. Because it'll still be under £1 with both of those together, and it's a good bundled item to sell. You can usually get a little bit more than you normally would. But they wanted $3 for that damn racing wheel, and I know I probably got a handful of them back at the workshop, so I left it behind, and I picked up Mario Kart for the Wii for only $3, so it was a good pickup. I was definitely happy about it, and I was, grateful that they didn't shoo me off, which can happen, but come on, when you're 5 minutes early, 7 minutes early, whatever it may be, that's not too terrible. Put a smile on your face. I am there with money to give you what you are looking for, because obviously you're having this yard sale, you're there to make a little bit of money. Don't shoo off the customers now, but at the same time, be respectful to their house. So between this pickup right here and the one at the flea market in the morning, where you saw me get a bunch of games from the one kid for $3 a piece, it's a toss-up between these two for what is my favorite pickup for the past 2 weeks. And the reasoning for this one is I come across two really awesome PSP games that I was just completely shocked and surprised by how much they actually were worth. Now, money's not everything, and that's not what it's always about, but it's always a definite awesome feeling when you find that you picked up something that's worth a little bit of money. And you see here that they had 3 or 4 games set out, nothing crazy, but this one in particular right here, I had no idea how much this game was going for. They had $5 on all these games, and I pick up this one and the one beside it, and I'm, just thinking that these were just standard PSP games, maybe exclusive. I asked them how much would you take for both, and we ended up settling on $7. So for $3.50 a piece on these, it was an absolute excellent deal. It is always a great feeling when you can add some pretty solid titles to your collection and definitely not have to put a lot of money into them. Now, these games aren't extremely expensive. Gurren, A Monstrous Adventure, it's only like a $20, $25 game, and Song of the Ocean, depending, can sell for around $60, maybe as low as $40. But still, I picked these up for $3.50 each. It was an awesome steal. The games look very good. I'm actually going to have to start playing that Gurren because I've never heard of it. It looked interesting, but that's what it's all about right there. Getting out there and hunting and finding these awesome deals, because that's the only way to build a solid collection. You just can't spend crazy amounts on eBay.
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed all that awesome live footage. Just like always, we're going to go through all this stuff here individually. If I can remember anything about it, I'll tell you. If not, we're just going to kind of zoom through it. It's never in any particular order, especially this go around since it's 2 weeks worth. But I'll try to do as best I can. So starting up, I'm just going to get the consoles out of the way. I got a PlayStation 2 right here. It's got the broadband adapter on the back, which is nice. If anytime you see that, you can pay a little bit extra for it. I paid $10 basically for that. That's about what the adapter's worth, I think. So I have a PlayStation to bundle later on and definitely get some good cost back on that. We gotta say another PS2. This is one. I think I got 3 PlayStation 2s altogether. I paid $6 for this one, and it had a dongle for Guitar Hero. Always pick up your dongles if you can. Those are actually worth quite a bit. And I don't know which dongle this is to. I got to do a little research on that. PlayStation 2, don't know what's going to be in there. Hopefully some goodies, man. You'll never know, like Haunted Ground or something. And then Life of Gamer vlog series, we'll be testing those and checking them out. We got us a Miss Renebean picked us up. Like half of this stuff is Miss Renebean, because like I said, I took a week off, man. It was all her. She did good. Now, of course, a lot of this is mine, but she did damn good. She picked up a PlayStation 1 for $5, which is this one right here. Nothing in it. The controllers. The only thing that's missing is the TV cord, the AV cord. I got 1,000 of those. You can bulk buy those on eBay. Big time. That's what I've done because I always run into PlayStations and they use the same AV cord for both systems, which is nice. Very smart of them. Oh, Lord. All this stuff to go through, and I love it. This was very cool. I paid $10, and what I got was the Lion King for Sega Genesis, and this super awesome Super Mario backpack right here. I almost wasn't going to buy this, but since I got this with it, I could sell that somewhere between like $7 and $10. Kind of offset this cost a good bit. I'm not one of the people who carry a backpack to like flea markets or yard sales. I'm just, if I get anything big, I'll just run it back to the vehicle, which I do all the time, and just, set it in there and then do my hunting. But that was awesome. Too awesome to pass up. So pick that up for $10 for that pair. Let's see. Some of this stuff, since it was Miss Renebean's and it was so far out, I don't remember everything she paid for, and she's not here for me to ask. This is super cool. I know that she paid like 50 cents or a quarter for this. Donkey Kong Country, The Legend of the Crystal Coconut. Look at that in the yellow VHS case. That is super cool. I'm actually going to have to watch this and just see what the hell it is. It looks absolutely awesome. I'm very happy about it. That was very cool when she showed me that. I really don't know what the hell she paid for these games. Miss Renebean's smart though. I mean, she listens to me. She knows what I do. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say she probably didn't pay more than like $3 max for any of these games. Knowing her, probably like $1 or $2. We got Dishonored Game of the Year. Very nice. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Day 0 Edition. She wrote down the prices of stuff that she paid on some of these other finds, but not these. Dead Space 3 Limited Edition for the PlayStation 3. I'm sick, people. God, I've been lucky enough not to have to do one of these episodes sick, and but now I am. I'm fucking aching, man. It's pissing me off. I'm aching and hoarse, but we're gonna get through this because you know I owe it to you guys because this channel is awesome. Darksiders PlayStation 3 and the limited edition of The Darkness 2. Very awesome. Alright, flea market finds. I picked this up for $8. It was a little bit more than I wanted to pay. She didn't want to come down on the price. But that's okay because there's good resale value. Mario and Luigi. This is Bowser's Inside Story, which I do have. And if I didn't, that would have been great to get. That's going to be good to recoup costs. This is awesome. Kingdom Hearts Recoded right there. I picked all these games up you're going to see in this lot. I paid basically $3 a game. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which is awesome because I did not have that. World Championship 2011 Yu-Gi-Oh! 5DS. Let's see. I picked this up because it was sealed from the same person. Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sealed. Very cool. Also, Lego Batman 3 sealed for the PlayStation 4. Like I said, like $3 a piece is what I paid for these. Poke Park for the Wii. Pikachu's Adventure, which I may or may not have. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. You know I'm not the hugest fan of Pokemon. There's nothing against it. I just never got into it. 5DS Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Trainer. Kirby's Epic Yarn, which is already called for by one of my buddies who follows me on Instagram. So he can see some of this stuff before a lot of people. Follow me there if you want to see some of this stuff early. And he called dibs on that. Did I get anything else from the same vendor? I don't think I did. I think that was it. Those were excellent pickups. Let's see, I paid $5 for this. Was Streets of Rage 2 for the Game Gear. That's a pretty good deal. It's like a $10 or $12 game. Picked up Mario Kart Wii for $3. I mean, who's going to pass that up? It looks decent. I'll have to test it. That's a quick $20 game right there. $3 shipping, $3 in. I'll be making at least like 12 or 13 bucks. Come on now. Put money back into this awesome collection. That's how you do it. Grow your collection. Screw what people say, you know, fuck. Now this was awesome. This was a very good pickup. I didn't realize the actual cost of these games right here. I walked up on her. I saw this person with a PlayStation and I was like, oh, I'm going to find some. I saw some PSP games lying down. And these just caught my eye. And they wanted $5 a piece for them. But I got both for $7. Didn't realize the value of them. But we got Guruman, A Monstrous Adventure, which is decent. Like a $20 or $27 game. But this one, The Legend of Heroes 3 Song of the Ocean. Surprised the shit out of me to know how much that one was going for. So $7, absolutely amazing steal. You saw this from the guy who I bought many times from. He said everything was half off, so I basically paid $5 for both of these, which I am trying to grow my PSP collection. Hot Shots Golf, which I don't know if that's exclusive to it or not. And then we got the Mercury Meltdown. So $5 for those right there. Excellent. Lord. This is not complete, or it's Pokemon Coliseum. It's got the wrong game in it. This was thrown in. That has Prince of Persia Warrior Within. I got the case for free. Like I said, I can either just sell the case or just hold on to it in case I find the game. But I paid $20 in that PlayStation with the broadband adapter. That and then these two controllers I paid $20 for, and you know that I'm a collector of the original Xbox. We got a Pelican, after, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank like I'm sick. Aftermarket controller here, which is cool with the dongle. Always, and don't pick up a wireless controller unless you're getting the dongle. It's worthless without it. And this is the really cool one, the Nyko Airflow Wireless. This thing, I don't know. Oh yeah, it blows air into your hand because back in the day, our old asses would sweat to death, and I gotta hook this up. It looks absolutely cool. I mean, just look at that. I don't know if it's focusing or not because I can't get my big ass around there to see it. That's cool. Got the dongle. I'll have to try that out. I think that's going to be awesome. Alright, let's see. We got more games. She paid $1 a piece for these. This is Miss Renebean. Medal of Honor Warfighter. She's got Blood Rain. Good find right here. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which I already have. Blood Rain 2, very cool. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, excellent game right there. Alias. And then Blood Omen 2, $1 a piece for those games. Absolutely amazing. What an excellent steal right there. Before we get to this last huge box of stuff, let's go ahead and announce the winner to this contest giveaway. I found the paper this time. So the winner to our last contest is Caitlin Leaf Green. If you see this, send me a message on Instagram or eBay. You got $20 store credit. You see something on there that's $20, you get it for free. So if you see something for $30, you can get it for $10. Yeah, I work with you. I work with anybody who subscribes to my channel. But you got $20 credit. So good luck to everybody else in the future. All you gotta do, like I said, just subscribe, like, leave a comment, and you are in. All right, got that out the way. Oh Lord. All these shekels, and I'm going to have to clean them later. It's crazy. Alright, Miss Renebean wrote down some of the prices of what she paid here, because I can't remember. Shit. Alright, she paid $2 a piece for Pinball Hall of Fame, which actually, I may not have that. And then this pinball game as well. Or no, wait a second. The pinball game, yeah, that was $2 for those. Shit. Wii game, she paid $1 a piece for, so she got Dead Space Extraction, which is good. Wii Sports, always pick that one up. Let's see. Is that it? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And I think that's it. And then, yeah, she paid $2 for this, and I've never seen this. This is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the introduction. I don't know what that is. It's some DVD thing or something. That's a cool collector's piece right there. I don't know what that's about. I'm happy to have that, though. She knows I'm a huge fan of San Andreas, man. It used to be my hometown, and I went and fucked everything up, man. I saw this meme, and it was absolutely, or it wasn't a meme. It was like this mod. Someone snapped me in on Facebook, and it was, Breath of the Wild, but it had CJ from San Andreas, like, modded in there. And, like, the caption said, Hyrule was my home until I went and fucked everything up. I thought that was funny as hell. Alright, for $20, Miss Renebean got this entire box of stuff right here. $20 was all she paid. Alright, we got the first copy of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex right there. Without, it's not complete or anything. We got a copy of Black. Need for Speed 2 Underground. ATV4 Off-Road. Heroes of the Pacific. Copy of Rage, which actually that may not have been part of it. Same with Sonic Heroes, because this is all PlayStation stuff. I don't know where the hell those came from. The second copy, complete, of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. Excellent sell right there. It's like a $10, $15 game typically. And then some of the disc space. Now, I'm not going to show you the PlayStation 2, but there's memory cards, there's a controller. Who knows if it works. We'll test it and find out. But we got Crash Bandicoot. This is, of course, Black Label, just missing the manual. Excellent. A copy of Kiss Pinball right there. Medal of Honor Frontlines. And just for shits and giggles, another copy of Crash Bandicoot. Come on, Miss Renebean, $20. That was an excellent deal right there. She did absolutely awesome. People, I'm sorry if I have not been as energetic as I normally am. But that was it. I hope y'all enjoyed this week's video. Hopefully we'll have us another one. Just understand that season's not drawing to an end, but you know, and there may be a week or two. No, I wouldn't say we didn't go long, but there may be a week where we don't have a video like we did last time. I just need to take that break, or finds have been slow, because I don't want to give y'all a 10-minute episode. I want to give y'all something y'all are going to sit back and relax and watch. So, but understand that we're doing good. But thank you all so much for watching. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.